guys, so yeah, I just thought I'd quickly tell the story about escaping from Long Bay Prison. So during the 8 weeks that I mentioned in the brief rundown video, that the so-called tornado happened where I was just committing robberies, committing offences. I also got arrested for a smaller offence, just a shoplifting, larceny offence, something like that. I can't even exactly remember what it was, but I ended up, going to court at Hornsby. There's actually a funny story behind that too, actually, where they arrested me and I ended up appealing. But anyway, I appealed it, went to the appeals court in the Downing Centre in Sydney, and he upheld the appeal, and I had to go and do the 3 months. And it was while I was doing that 3 months is when I escaped. So they arrested me, upheld the conviction. I've had to go and do 3 months at court. It was actually funny when I was in court. My partner at the time was the lawyer, the criminal lawyer lady that I mentioned in the other video, and she was representing me for the appeal. And while she's hearing the appeal, the judge, he was actually the Chief Justice at the time. I can't remember his name, but my ex, she used to get on pretty well with him, so she thought we had Blanche, his name was Justice Blanche, so she thought we had a good chance of getting the appeal. Anyway, when he's upheld the conviction and and asked where I was, I've stood up in court and gone to walk out, and the judges looked at me and said to my legal representation, is that your client there? And I shook my head and said no, and I quickly walked out. And I got to the lift, and you have to wait ages for the lift to the Downing Centre. I know, people that have been there will know this, that when you're up in the district courts, you gotta wait. So yeah, I'm standing there waiting at the lift, and there was a barrister that I knew standing there waiting at the lift also. And then sure enough, all the sheriffs came running, grabbed me and took me back in there. So yeah, anyway, so during that time I actually got classoed as a C2, because I hadn't been in trouble since the robbery on the St George Bank at Lismore. That had been maybe 3 years or something since then, except for one driving matter. Sorry, there was a driving matter in between, but apart from that I hadn't been in trouble. So they gave me a C2, went out to Long Bay. Whilst I was at Long Bay, I got home from your work. Some jails you work at, and at Long Bay you work down at one of the options that you can work at is the cafe, and I happen to be working at the cafe on a morning shift, which is you start at 7 o'clock in the morning and you go down, and there's like a cafeteria that the officers, or the screws we call them, they come and eat at, or the teachers, or other different workers, counsellors, whatever, might come in and have coffees, or buy lunch or whatever there. Anyway, so we had to make the coffees, make some of the food, make milkshakes, stuff like this. The boys love that job, because it's only one of the only places in jail where you get to drink milkshakes and eat normal food. So it was a good job. Anyway, this one day I come back from work, and my routine basically was I'd go to work, come back from work and fucking line up for the phone. You know, like I'll just fucking ring my fucking girl at the time, pretty much. You know, every chance I could get. I only had fucking, 2.5 months left to do, so I was just, hoping, looking forward to getting out and being fucking clean. I was actually using over that 8 weeks, which was the reason why, all the fucking offences happened. But yeah, so, I was doing that, come home, calling up. So anyway, I come home from work this one day, and straight away I could tell just by the way, as soon as the phone answered and the message finished, my partner at the time said, "Michael," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, so the police were here this morning and they raided here looking for guns and clothes, and they said they're going to charge you with 10 armed robberies." I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, so I'm in minimum security at Long Bay. So alright, I spin out and talking to her a bit, still trying to call her. Calling her, obviously still, and so then she starts throwing off on the phone. Cause she knows, she's a lawyer, she's probably freaking out thinking, well, they've got her real name now, they know who she is, she's going to get in trouble from the jails, stuff like that. So, yeah, she's saying, "Oh, listen, I don't know if I can do it." Actually, before she says all that, she says to me, I said to her, I came out in the morning, and the first thing I said was, "So, do you want me to come home?" No, sorry. I said that in the afternoon. I said that. I said, "Listen, do you want me to come home?" I said, "Don't tell me now, tell me in the morning." Alright? I said, "I can if you want." Anyway, so, morning comes. I quickly jump on the phone before I go to work. And she starts throwing off, saying, "Oh, this isn't what I want from my life, blah, blah, blah," all this stuff. And I know she's throwing off, right? And I'm thinking, alright. And then at the end of the phone call, she goes, "Have you seen E.T.?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So she's saying, "E.T. come, phone home," basically, so come home. So, yeah, so I call her back a bit later. She's like, yeah, doing the whole throw off thing. "I can't do this, you shouldn't call me anymore, blah, blah." Alright, so I went to the officers and asked them when they were taking me to court. And stupidly, they told me that they were taking me to court on the Wednesday. I think this is on the Sunday or Monday. I'm just going to pause this while I finish this shopping Woolies. I'll chuck it back on when I get in the car. Yeah, so stupidly they told me that I'm going to court on Wednesday. So, sure enough, this was on the Monday. So sure enough, Monday night I packed up all my letters and shit, because anyone that's been in jail knows that all you take with you is your fucking letters. You leave everything else for the boys. Although, because I was escaping, I did get a pair of shoes off someone, and I actually got a $10 note off someone, which was, I didn't know, but was actually sticky taped and folded up really small, which wasn't ideal when I was trying to get on the bus and quickly hand it to the bus driver. But so Tuesday morning comes, and I've got all my letters with me down my pants. And I'm at work at the cafe, and I'd been looking at the fence down there for the day before, and it's just that wire fence that's got the 3 barbed wires that come like back towards you. And I think there was 4 rows of barbed wire at the top. So yeah, you know, I was looking at that for the day before thinking, fuck, how am I going to jump that? Anyway, so I go to work. I've got the fucking money in my pocket in a cigarette packet. I've got like these King G sort of style pants on, and a white t-shirt because I'm working at the kitchen. So yeah, I've picked a white t-shirt without the Corrective Services logo on it, which, you know, they were pretty much 50-50. So I've grabbed that, and anyway, so I'm waiting for the right moment. The boys are up there at the kitchen with me, knew I was going, waiting for the right moment, and there's only one officer that works there, you know, and he smokes too. So as soon as I knew he went out for a smoke, he went out the side for a smoke. I got one of the other boys to go out there and fucking have a yarn with him. Bang, I went out the front door, went down the side, jumped the fence, fucking ran across the road, and luckily for me there was a fucking bus coming right then. So fuck, I jumped up on the bus, flagged the bus down, jumped on it and went to give him the money, and that's when I found out that it was fucking all taped up real small. So yeah, it must have looked fucking funny, you know, like trying to look fucking calm and that, even though I just escaped from a fucking jail and I'm trying to give him this $10. Anyway, he gave me the change. I got off at Bondi Junction, which was down the road from Long Bay Jail. Anyone that knows, it's probably about a 15-minute bus ride straight down. I got off there and I honestly didn't know where the fuck I was going to go, mate, like, or what the fuck I was going to do. So what I ended up doing was I walked over to Waterloo to where, and I was clean at this stage. I wasn't using any drugs. I was before I went in, but I'd been in for 3-4 weeks, so I was clean by this stage. So I went over to Waterloo Flats, and the Suicide Towers or whatever, Northcott Flats. That's where my heroin dealer used to be. I just wanted to go and ask him for some money and seeing if he could fucking help me out just with some money to get me by for a couple of days, maybe somewhere to stay. Didn't know what the fuck I was in. And I've walked past these 2 guys. It was on the 10th floor. So I've gone past these 2 guys standing out on their balcony on the 10th floor. And I only used to go to Northcott just to fucking get on. I used to hate the place because it was such a fucking red hot place. Like, it was fucking terrible. It was like, you know, had so many chances of getting fucking arrested there every time you walked in there. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly bring my little dog for a walk. This little Daisy Duke, and quickly smoke this joint, which is medicinal, people. And I'm not driving anymore, just before you start fucking whinging and complaining. Wait, where Daisy? Okay, so yeah, where was I? Went to Northcott. Yeah, walked past, bro, this is fucking crazy. Listen to this shit. I walked past these 2 guys standing out on their balcony while I went looking to see if my friend was home, which he wasn't. Come on. And walked past these 2 guys. They're just standing outside. They're like, oh, hello, bro. I'm like, yeah, hello. Knocked on my mate's door, bang, no answer. Walked back past. I'm spinning out, you know. I just fucking escaped from the jail. I said, hey, boys, you mind if I fucking sit down? They're like, yeah, bro, yeah, come. No, sorry, I said, boys, you mind if I use your toilet quick? They're like, yeah, bro, come. And don't forget, now I've got my fucking jail letters, and I've still got just the white t-shirt, and the, sorry, I have to keep spinning around because my dog's tangling me up, but, so So yeah, I've got the clothes on still the same, and my letters and shit down my pants. Went to the toilet, come out, and they'd walked inside at this stage. So I said, "Oh boys, you mind if I just sit down for a bit?" They're like, "Nah, bro, you're alright." You know, just fucking, you know, I don't know if that was typical North Cop fucking style or not, but you know, that was one of my only really interactions with people in there, apart from the guy I used to see when I used to go there, which was, you know, I just used to go in there and get out of there. So yeah, sitting down there for a bit, I'm watching the news, I'm waiting for something to come on the news about the escape. There's nothing on there. Still sitting there waiting, thinking, what am I going to do? Right now, I had a friend that hey, come on this way, come on. Hang on, let me pause this for a sec. Alright, so yeah, so I'm sitting there. I had this friend that lived in the city, and I thought, you know what, he gets home at 5:30, and I knew he would let me stay with him. So I was thinking, alright, if I can just kick back here for a few hours, you know, I looked and I said, and by this time it's only like fucking 10:30 in the morning. So, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, alright, if I can stay here till like 2-3 o'clock, I can stay off the street. Anyway, sitting here, right, it's been about probably half an hour. I've been watching the news and shit, just sitting there with these guns. And then a couple of other guys turn up and they start chopping up and fucking... Now, I wasn't smoking much weed then. I mean, not that I'm smoking much now, but I wasn't smoking really any then. And so, you know, I've had a fucking cone with these guys, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to be kicking back here, fuck it, I'll have one. And bro, it made me so fucking paranoid, but anyway, I was so smashed, and I'm sitting on the fucking lounge, just escaped, right? A few of them go running outside, right? No, sorry. So one cunt, all of a sudden we're sitting there stoned, this one cunt comes running in the fucking door, saying some shit about, oh, this fucking cunt's downstairs, fucking rah, some fucking shit. He's got some drama with him, I don't know what it is. But a couple of them grab hammers and shit and start fucking going out and running downstairs, right? And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you fucking doing, you fucking mad cunts? I'm still sitting there tripping out, stoned, right? After just fucking escaping 3 hours earlier. Anyway, about fucking 2 minutes later, it felt like 2 minutes, they've come running back in the fucking door and shut the fucking door behind them, and they're like, shh, the fucking cops are coming. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking to myself, geez, this is a fucking great escape, bro. I've fucking been out for 3 hours. Anyway, the cops just started knocking on the door, right? Hey, come on. Cops started knocking on the door, and I'm saying to them, don't fucking let them in. I've gone into the bathroom and I'm hiding behind the bathroom door. This is in Northcote. You gotta remember, this is in Northcote building in the middle of Surrey Hills. Like, it's full housing commission. Like, it's one of the most red hottest fucking places you can go to, right? So cops are knocking at the door and telling them not to open it. What do? Open the fucking door, right? And the cops say to them, I hear them, because these flats are really small. Come on, these flats are really small, so I can hear them. You know, the even though I'm in the bathroom, the cops are probably like 10 feet away, maximum. Do you know what I mean? And that's outside the front door. That's how small these flats are. So yeah, straight away I hear him say, oh, the cops say, we're looking for a set of golf clubs. You mind if we come in and have a look? What's the first thing they do? Yeah, come in, come have a look. I'm behind the door thinking, that's it, I'm fucked. 3 hours. 3 hours I fucking lasted. It was a good escape. Anyway, I'm standing behind the bathroom door. Next minute, a female cop comes and opens the door. I've still got the same clothes on, remember. She looks behind the door and she goes, oh shit. She goes, what are you doing there? I said, oh. She goes, we're not looking for anyone. Get out here, come and sit on the lounge. She goes, we're not looking for anyone, we're just looking for these golf clubs. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck? And I went and sat down on the lounge. Come on. And, yeah, they've had a look around the apartment. They didn't even ask me my fucking name, bro. I was sitting there. I think it was just me sitting there, and I think maybe another 2 guys sitting on the other lounge. And the other 2 guys were standing up. Come on. And yeah, bro, they ended up... I don't know how the fuck, but there's some sort of miracle. They end up leaving. And, obviously, 10 minutes after they left, I left. But that was insane, bro. That was a fucking insane situation to happen on a day you fucking escape. So yeah, went to my friend's place at 5:30, and then yeah, I was there for 3-4 months, and you know, that's escaping from Long Bay. I'll fill you in what happened once I was out. Laters.